I have a greatest hits collection. Now, a lot of fancy people are out there in the world, and they are looking for fancy projects. They're looking for people like me. I have a greatest hits collection. I'm a student. When something happens, I really zero in on it and take note. I'm a student. I have a greatest hits collection. I try to make myself available to people who are serious about making the most out of their lives. I, for one, am very conscious of the passage of time. This is why I've created a greatest hits collection. Things are fleeting. You gotta grab it. Before you know it, it'll be gone. Would you like to see my greatest hits collection? I bet you're wondering what it is. A lot of people want to study underneath me. They want to study me. I tell them, I assure them I'm not a special individual, but they continue to think that I'm special, and I'm not. I'm not ordinary, I'm not banal, but I'm not all special either. I'm just a little bit above average. I'm fancy. I've got a greatest hits collection, but the greatest hits collection really consists of those moments that I've had. They're really just occurrences in my mind. And I bracket it. I'm like, ooh, that's going into the greatest hits collection. It's not only just a thought or a feeling. It has to possess that special numinous quality. And then I bracket it. You're going into the greatest hits collection. I marvel at my ingenuity in discovering this method of bracketing the greatest moments for the greatest hits. I am losing track. I am losing track of the greatest hits collection as I grow older. As people approach me and want to contribute to my greatest hits collection, I assure them that this is just my greatest hits collection. They want to make a documentary out of the greatest hits. I tell them it's not about that. It's simpler than that. I'm only just barely above average. But because I've put in considerable effort into amassing a greatest hits collection, a compilation, a compendium, a library of the soul, because I've done this, I have garnered a reputation as an archivist of great moments. People come up to me and they ask me if I can share my greatest moments because they know that I'm a librarian of such things. And as I am wont, I stroke my beard. I look them in the eye. And I ask them plaintively, wistfully, don't you have any greatest moments of your own? Can you not compile a greatest hits collection of your own? Why must you rely upon my greatest hits to fill the void inside your soul? I do this at least once a day, sometimes twice a day. And I gotta tell you, some people just don't really like to hear me interrogate them when it comes to the greatest hits of their lives, because they take an inventory in the moment. In the moment we're face to face. They're breathing heavy, they're perspiring, there are tears forming in their ducts. They're trembling, and they're doing a very quick search across the panorama of their history, the great expanse of their backstory, and they can only pluck one or two or three greatest hits. And, you know, I'm generally a humble human being, but you need more than 3 greatest hits to have a greatest hits collection. My memory's not that great. I will be the first person to tell you that my memory is not that great. But if I can do it, anybody can do it. How old do you have to be to start? How old do you have to be to start? Great question, young man. Great question. Well, I suppose that you can start whenever you like, whenever you feel compelled to start. May I ask you a question, sir? May I? Absolutely. Go ahead. I have this thought, and I want to know if this thought could be entered into the greatest hits compilation of my soul. Well, shoot, tell me. It's a confrontational thought. It's about you, and it's a really good thought because I feel like this is the kind of thought that could take the greatest hits collection theme in a new direction. Yeah. Well, young man, you can certainly tell me, but this is my life's work, so I don't mean to be rude, but taking this in a new direction, isn't that a little bit presumptuous? Well, this is why. This is why. I wanted to ask you about it because this could be one of my defining moments in my life. I'm young. I'm 17. Yes, I can tell you're young and I can tell you're ambitious, but remember, the greatest hits collection is really for people who aren't too ambitious. I mean, we do sit around and we basically archive our consciousness, and we look through the records, as it were, of our life. And we're sifting through various memories and thoughts and feelings and visions even, and intuitions. And yes, I know. Yes, but let me finish, please. This is my life's work, so if I'm explaining it to you, let it land. Let it land. As you mature in this process of compiling the greatest hits of your life, you're going to come to an impasse, as it were. You are going to wonder what constitutes a greatest hits. Like, if you could have this reconnaissance of your day, and there's 100 thoughts through your day, and you manage to archive all 100. Of course, you have more than that, but just for the sake of demonstration, I want to interrupt you for a second, because you're going off on a tangent, and I just want to ask you one real question. Again, young man, I am an ordinary man, but I have created something quite extraordinary. And though I don't pretend to be more than average, I am due a certain level of respect as the progenitor of this world-changing psychotechnology. Hold the questions until I'm finished, please. As much as I respect you, sir, I feel like you're just a little bit too controlling, and I really want to ask you a question. I don't want to wait to the end, because you have a reputation for talking a lot. You know, in moments like these, I wish I were a little bit more than average, because I don't have a retort for that, because I think you're correct, so please. Yeah, when I read about you in that magazine that I read, Better Homes. Why was I in Better Homes? Sir, I don't know why you were in Better Homes. I just know that that's where I found you. I went to my favorite bookstore. They've got a magazine section and Better Homes, and you were on the front. I was on the front? I was on the front page? I didn't authorize anybody to put me on the front page of Better Homes. Go ahead. Yeah, so you created this psychotechnology that is supposed to change the world, where everybody is creating a greatest hits collection in real time. Yes. Yes, and, well, I had an insight as I was reading the article about you and this really astonishing development of the psychotechnology of the greatest hits collection of one's soul, essentially. Yes, it is. Yes, of the soul. And I just would add, since you're so curious, I just add, this is how you build more soul. You amass the greatest hits. And then you cycle through them on a daily basis, and you create more soul as a result of the process of creating the greatest hits. That's how it works. I love the idea, but I had an idea. And I know I'm young, but, you know, the young people, sometimes they just can't help themselves. It really just, I hope you don't mind. Well, it depends on what the idea is. You know Elon Musk? Boy, do I ever. Wolf in sheep's clothing. Wolf in sheep's clothing. Stay away. Well, I don't share your assessment of Mr. Musk, but he's got this thing that's coming out called the Neuralink. Yeah. I know all about Mr. Musk and his Neuralink. Yeah, but I was thinking that is the future of the psychotechnology of the greatest hits collection, because, yeah, I know. First, even though I don't claim to be anything more than just average and ordinary, I will say that I have given this some thought. And I have wondered what will happen to a human being who takes this approach, shall we say. You've got to keep it real. You got to keep it close to the chest. Young man, I almost brag about how ordinary I am. I almost brag that I'm a simpleton. I don't trust these emergent technologies. I trust the industry of an organic human being who set upon a great goal and must forge his soul in the pursuit of that goal. If you get everything handed to you on a silver platter, on a Neuralink, and a pill, if just everything can be effortlessly uploaded, young man, where is the soul in that? Yeah, no, I get you, but let me tell you this, sir, and I respect you so much, and I do not mean to undermine what you're doing, but this is the classic rivalry between someone who's established a phenomenal precedent and then the young upstart who grows up in the shadow of that achievement and is so galvanized by it that he wants to take it to the next level. And so now we have that Promethean struggle between the master, his student, and that agon, the struggle to surpass the master. I don't mean to be rude, I know you're the master. But evolution stops for no man, including you, sir. Including you. So how have you solved the problem of the fact that if you just press a button, a Neuralink does all the work for you, and there is no forging of the soul in the smithy of reality? There's no crucible here. There's no compressing the soul and allowing it to release its infirmities under the duress of introspection. There's just pressing a button, goddammit! I will not allow my psychotechnology to be thus diminished in the wake of the lassitude and the lethargy and the laziness of advancement of the youth, of the virtuosos who are always finding the shortcuts. Quit finding the shortcuts and do the work. Do the work. Wow. 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 I cannot imagine anybody talking to me like that, but someone just talked to me like that. That was totally fucked up and fucking cool. Thank you for that. I don't know what to tell you because I think what you're saying is true. Bang on, brother, bang on, bang on, bang on, bang on. But what you're forgetting to see, Mr. Master, is that the challenges aren't ever going to stop. It's just that you have a concept of what the challenges are. And I'm going to have a new concept of what the challenges are, because I'm going to find a new incline of struggle. There's going to be a new hill to push the stone up. You mentioned Prometheus. This is the labor of Sisyphus, because as much as you have overcome yourself in the advancement of this psychotechnology, the greatest hits collection of the soul, as much as you have done that, dear sir, I am 17. And I have my life's work ahead of me, and it is taking this psychotechnology to the next level. I want every human being to have a greatest hits collection that is self-perpetuating and animating in the real present time. I don't want just 100 greatest hits for a lifetime. I want billions. That's what you're lost in theory, young man, and that is the problem with the youth today. They get lost in theory all the time, and that's not a theory. I see it all the time. Everybody wants to make an advancement upon my advancement. Everybody wants to just jump ahead of the train. Well, guess what? The train's gonna run you over. And don't say I didn't warn you. I talk to young people every week. Teenagers, they're in their 20s, even in their 30s. They're so industrial, so entrepreneurial. I have no idea. See, everybody wants to make a buck. And then they're gonna sell you some new thing. Slap the word quantum on it. That's what they do most of the time. Quantum computation, quantum psychotechnology, quantum greatest hits collection, quantum. Well, quantum this. You're going to take it meta. You're going to get it so ethereal, so celestial, it's going to mean nothing. Because it doesn't mean anything unless it's got that struggle. Sir, with all due respect, and you know that I respect your genius, that I would not be here if it weren't for you, for your genius. Struggle is a thing of yesterday. Struggle is a thing of the past. Struggle is over. We're not here to struggle anymore. I know you've got this theology of struggle, and that's what amasses 10 greatest hits. But with the Neuralink, there is a meta engine that works upon every one of those 100 greatest hits of your life. The greatest moments, the birthday at 6 years old, winning your first trophy, graduating from high school, getting your first job after college, buying your first house, having a child, sir, having a child, the death of one of your parents, having an investment soar through the roof. Well, how many? 10? 10 greatest hits? Yes, 10. My record is 100, but they're all great. Now, there is a scale. Some are top 10, and then some are top 20, all the way till top 90. But I know each and every one of those moments because I just replay them over and over in my mind every day. All 100 of my greatest hits of my life. It's like a scrapbook right here in my mind. No one can take that away from me. Not even you and Elon Musk. Because what you want to do, and I think I know what you want. You want to have this orgy. But that orgy is a forgery. Okay? You can't have a billion greatest hits in your life. Young man. You can only have a maximum of 100.